Welcome to Second Listen Saturday on the Parenting Roundabout podcast, where we share some fun moments from a past episode for your weekend listening pleasure. Look for new episodes every Monday through Friday.
Our target today is our kids. Who else? And more specifically, all the things that we have tried to teach them, but they have just failed to learn.
I'm grateful.
And whose fault is that? Certainly not mine.
No.
I tried cooking my kids. For the life of me, I have tried to encourage them to cook, to plan ahead, to think about meals, to, make a dinner. I've laid items out on the counter. I've written out instructions. They are not, they could care less. They just don't. So like yesterday, literally, I was so tired of cooking and cleaning up after them.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of told a little white lie, I have to admit.
Uh-oh.
And I said that I had a headache and I needed to go lie down.
Yeah.
And it was right at dinner time.
It was right at dinner
Coincidentally.
time. And I said to them, there's salmon in the fridge and there is rice that you can cook up. Have fun. Yeah. And I went to sleep, and lo and behold, they actually did feed themselves, and then a little bit more because they actually did make sure they had some vegetables in there. Mm-hmm. But it was, let me tell you, the kitchen was a bomb.
Mm-hmm. Oh dear.
But they did manage to pull it off, which I was surprised with.
So apparently they've got the cooking thing, now you need to work on the cleaning thing.
The cleaning, the planning, the preparing.
Right, because you did 80% of it.
Yes.
I did 99% of it. All they had to do was put it in the oven. Right. So I really failed at teaching my kids how to cook and having them cook, having them cook decent meals. So that's been my big failure as a mom, amongst many other things, of course. But.
Well, apparently you have to remove all other options to get their attention. Right. So yes. That's useful to know now.
Yes.
Because really, if somebody's going to do it for them, why would they care?
Exactly. So by taking myself out of the situation, then they are forced to. And I've realized actually lately that's become a very effective method of kind of reinforcing positive behavior. Because my daughter, I would get up in the morning with her for her entire high school career. Actually, I would get up in the morning. Mm-hmm. I would get her breakfast together. I'd put her lunch together, and then I'd, say goodbye to her at the door.
Yeah,
it was kind of our little routine. But as time went on, she, she's on her own schedule, right? So she's she's kind of doing this and doing that, and you're yelling at her, you're getting late, you're running late, hurry up. And then she'd be like, stop yelling at me, I'm moving. And so it would, 9 times out of 10, our mornings would be not how it used to be.
Yeah.
This nice little happy morning routine thing. And so I just said, you know what, fine, you can do it yourself, and I'm going to stay in bed and sleep. And so Yay. I did that, and, but I said, you have to come in and say goodbye to me.
Yeah.
So I know that you're leaving. And I have to say that our mornings are getting a little bit better. I mean, she manages to get to school and she manages to eat. Go. So that's a good thing. But it's hard.
We have to just remove ourselves from the equation is what you seem to be saying here.
I guess if you want them to, if you've taught them and they haven't learned, then you just throw them in the pool and
remove the supports.
Yeah.
And you figure.
Of course, that's not what my professional inclusion side of me would say. The parenting side says remove all the support.
Quickly, suddenly, like a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking that they would have just, gone to a fast food place to buy dinner. It's not cooked, but just gotten themselves something someplace.
Oh, heaven forbid they have to get out of the house and
Well, they can
do that.
they can
I
call
mean,
Uber Eats, right?
Yeah, Uber.
Yeah. But then, oh my gosh, they would have to pay for it.
Oh,
Right.
okay. So cooking and leaving a mess is easier than paying for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. My kids periodically take themselves. Well, my daughter gets feels like she wants to go out someplace to lunch, and then so she takes my son with, and they go out and have a little sibling lunch. And I think that's really nice.
Yeah.
But they also, both my kids make their own lunches. And, my husband, I don't cook either. It's not my husband does all the cooking, and I like that. And I would probably, have if he's not home, I have my daughter cook. So I am the person who doesn't do things in this situation. But I think they've gotten some abilities. I don't think that I would necessarily expect them to start with raw meat and make a dish, but they can heat up things. They can open cans. They can, make sandwiches and have done so on many occasions. So they can take frozen food out of the freezer and put it in the oven and make it edible. So I'm calling that good.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That is good.
So the lunch has been a big thing about getting them to be able to make their own lunches. My daughter's been doing that for a long time, my son more recently. And they also, they get their own breakfasts quite a lot too, I think. They usually heat up leftovers from the night before. So that's that's the level of cooking I have taught my children. How to nuke things and how to put frozen food in the oven. And how to cook frozen food and how to go to the store and buy it. They do that sometimes.
See, that's
too.
a big part of it.
Yes. That's my daughter will decide she wants to eat something and go to the store and buy the frozen thing and come home and make it for herself for lunches. She does very well. So it's not, cordon bleu, but it makes sure they don't starve. So
Exactly.
and most importantly, I don't have to do anything.
Right.
So yes.
Right. How about you, Catherine? Does your daughter cook?
I would say she's kind of on the level of what Terry just said. Like she can do those things, and she will, like, if she's feeling like she wants something that's not there, she'll do it, and she'll sometimes pack a lunch, and she definitely deals with her own breakfast. Although that usually means like grabbing an apple on her way out the door. It's like not exactly an elaborate breakfast, and my son, he has a few random things that he knows how to cook, and they both can make macaroni and cheese from a box, obviously. And he used to love tofu, and he would like fry up cubes of tofu just for a snack. So he can do those sort of things. Mostly my husband cooks, I would say, and the issue I have with my son in particular is he's just a grazer, and I guess Terry, you've said this about your son too. He's just like wandering in and grabbing a handful of this or a bite of that, like kind of all day long. So, so I have failed to teach him how to close the refrigerator when he's thinking about what he wants. He's always hanging out in front of the refrigerator with it wide open, which makes me crazy. Although the fridge does have its own alarm. So if he does it for too long, it starts to nag him, so I don't have to.
Really? Oh, that's cool. A self-nagging refrigerator. Yeah. That's awesome.
Well, does it beep? It just beeps, right? Yeah. I wish they had that for cupboards.
Exactly.
There's a lot of things we could use that for. That'd be awesome.
That would be for pantries and...
or even like the dishwasher. Like if you open it and it's clean and the cycle is done and you open it and then you just take out one thing and close it up again, it should beep at you. Like, unload me fully. Don't just...
We need like I could use like a toothbrush that beeps when you use it, so you know if you don't hear the beep that the kid has not in fact done that thing that he swears he has done.
Yeah.
I didn't hear the beep. There was no beep.
That's a good idea.
Quip, get on that. I think that could be the child version of Quip could have that capability.
I think, I tried to enforce that both my children were doing their own laundry, and it stuck with my daughter, but it did not with my son. And I kept doing it because it would be like, I'm going to wash my stuff and like household stuff, so I might as well wash yours too.
Right.
Yeah.
And that just kept happening. And then my daughter finally was like, what happened to us doing our own laundry? Like, she noticed. So then I just didn't do my son's laundry for like 2 weeks, and it just piled up. And, so I need to keep working on this one.
Well, and this is another case of just back away, like not, because I'm in the process of doing that with my daughter, and she went for 2 weeks without doing her laundry, and she was wearing clothes that I hadn't seen her wear since grade 10.
Right.
So there's a good thing. You're like, rotating the stock in the closet.
Right.
That's good.
And the thing is that I, for whatever reason, I was like totally able to do that with my daughter. Just like ignore it and let her deal with it. And she did. She took care of it. Although for her, it's in, the piles in her room are insane. And like my son's room is all picked up and neat. And I don't know if these two things are related or not.
No, my daughter's room's the same way because she's been doing her own laundry. So things are just a disaster because she doesn't fold them and doesn't put them away. And
right.
My daughter has been doing her own laundry for quite some time, and she's very organized about it, and she folds it and she puts it away. She's really, really good.
Wow.
And she will sometimes, she and my son share a bathroom, so she will wash his towel sometimes when she does her towel. But other than that, we do his laundry. And I don't see that ending anytime soon.
Right.
But she has really, really good, sort of life skills.
Right.
With the cooking and the shopping and the laundry. And she does I don't do laundry either. My husband does the laundry. So I'm pretty much useless, as you can tell. I just do podcasts.
Somehow she's learned
I don't do any
this,
actual useful work. Yeah, that's true. That's true. She's been doing it for a long time, and she does very well with it and takes good care of it.
So you did teach her at one point.
Right.
Or your husband.
Somebody taught her.
You too.
Probably
the case
not
with my daughter.
Yeah, but no, it's worked out very well.
Yeah.